Hey, if I were to ask you, how do you imagine a drug dealer to look like? Most of you will describe characters like the one you've just seen. But why is that? Well, because they're stereotypes. In the following, I'm going to show you how the mise-en-scène in televisual material creates and maintains the stereotype of the foreign drug dealer.
The setting's intention is to illustrate the hopelessness of the character's upbringing. Whether in London in Top Boy or in LA in Snowfall, the banks, symbols for wealth soaring into the clouds, appear on the horizon like an unattainable dream. While the camera, and thus the protagonists, as in Skylines or Dope, are on the other side of the river. All in all, the setting exemplifies one needs money to get out of here. Speaking of money, often in form of large amounts of cash, it is a recurring prop. The characters are shown counting their money, which underscores the extensive value money has to them. Closely related to that money are weapons. Sometimes knives, but mainly rapid-fire weapons are owned by most of the characters as they are used to display power. Furthermore, vehicles such as motorcycles and big cars are reappearing props. While motorcycles are mostly used as means of quick escape and therefore mainly come into sight in combination with assassination attempts and robberies, cars rather represent statues and showcase the owner's influence and power on the block. Dark blue, but in most cases black, is the color of choice for most drug dealers. In the case of Jamie from Top Boy, his status as the gang leader is also reflected in his attire, as his azure puffer jacket sets him apart from the rest of the dark-clad group. The main clothing items are tracksuits, sneakers, and thick black jackets. In particular, the sportswear brands Nike and Adidas are popular. Accessories that complement an outfit are caps, again from Adidas or from high-end brands like Gucci, as well as jewelry. The most present piece of jewelry is the watch. The choice falls on massive watches from expensive brands such as Rolex or Patek Philippe, but also necklaces, rings, and even tooth jewelry act as a sign of swanky culture, which is closely related to drug dealers from the bottom to the top mentality. On the other hand, there are two series with an overlapping theme, but with completely different depictions of drug dealers. In Breaking Bad, it is a white high school chemistry teacher with cancer who cooks meth, and in How to Sell Drugs Online Fast, it's two nerdy teenagers who sell ecstasy over the internet. The setting also creates a completely different atmosphere. The idyllic, dreamy small-town feeling in How to Sell Drugs Online Fast, as well as the school as a central location of both series, create a calm and alluring mood, which stands in stark contrast to the dark and uncanny tone of the previously mentioned series. Walter White wears almost exclusively formal shirts and cardigans in earth tones, mainly nondescript clothes that men his age wear. Moritz and Lenny are more conspicuous with their clothing, a fact that can be traced back to their fashion ignorance. Moreover, all three characters stumbled into their roles in the drug business and pursue their careers with totally different motives, with Walter White holding a gun in his underpants or Lenny building a gun in a 3D printer. Both series slide into a comedy, so that even a death of a character seems amusing rather than sinister.
These clips showed that the portrayal of drug dealers in series is consistently similar. There are always recurring patterns in settings or props, as well as overlapping images in costume and hairstyle. The only depictions of non-stereotypical dealers are depictions of white characters, not foreign characters. However, those are rather more comedic than actual representations of reality. In consequence, the stereotype of the foreign drug dealer is visually stamped into our brains through series such as the ones we discussed here. Thanks for watching.